Okay, on to Effective Nouns and Verbs worksheet. So with this worksheet, it says effective in the title before nouns and verbs because it's referring to being more specific when writing out nouns and verbs. So let's kind of backtrack and reread the definition for what a noun is and what a verb is. So a noun is a person, place, or thing, such as an object, concept, idea, or event. You can use nouns effectively by making them as specific as possible. So they give an example as the bird flew in the sky. But to make it more effective, they've said the eagle flew in the sky. So they were very specific and they changed the word bird to eagle. Still a noun, but it's more effective and specific. Moving on to the verb. So a verb is a word or group of words that expresses an action or a state of being. So when verbs are vigorous and descriptive, they provide the reader with a better picture of what is happening. So again, they're using the same example. The eagle flew in the sky. If you want to revise that and make it more descriptive and specific, you write, or they've given the example of the eagle soared in the sky. So the word flew and soared, they're both action words, they're both verbs, but the word soared is more descriptive and specific than flew. So in section A, numbers 1 to 9, you are going to underline the nouns in the sentences. Where possible, improve the sentence by replacing the existing nouns with more effective nouns. So here's what can get a bit tricky and a bit confusing. So a noun refers to a person. In the first one here, Jerry raced down the track in his car. The name Jerry, that's a pronoun. So that's different than a noun. If we look at number 5, where it says she renovated the room in the old house, the word she is a noun, referring to a person. But if you're going to refer to someone by their name or by yourself as I, that's a pronoun. So we're not looking for pronouns, we're looking for nouns in section A. So in number 1, I would underline track and car because those are both nouns. And to improve the sentence by replacing with more effective nouns, you can put Jerry raced down the track in his Mustang. You're making it a bit more specific than just a car. You're saying a Mustang. Number 2, Marcel flew across the ocean in a plane. So again, I would underline ocean and plane. And then if you can improve it by making those nouns more effective and specific, then you would rewrite it out over here. In section B, numbers 1 to 9, you are going to be replacing the underlined verbs with a more effective one. So they're already underlying the verbs for you in numbers 1 to 9 down here, but you are going to replace those underlined words with a more effective and descriptive one based on the sentence. Okay, so number 1 says, I'm going to be late for the concert, she said. You can, so the word said is underlined, so you're going to need to come up with a more effective verb for the word said. I'm looking at that sentence, and it sounds like it's someone who's going to be late, and they're worried, and there's an exclamation point, which typically means like excited. So you could say, I'm going to be late for the concert, she exclaimed. That could be one. She yelled. That could be another. So you're just going to be replacing the underlined words with a more effective and descriptive verb in section B, 1 to 9.